Hey guys, I'm back again and I'm here to do a birthday book tag for ERIC KARL Anderson. Happy 40th, Eric. I hope you'll like all of these videos that you're receiving. They're all really fantastic. If you haven't started watching ERIC KARL Anderson's channel, which is The Lonesome Reader, check him out. He's got a great channel, gives you lots of great book suggestions. And yeah, and I would also like to thank Karen from Run Right Read for tagging me for this, because actually I wasn't going to open up my YouTube today, and I did, and I saw that I was tagged for this and that today was Eric's birthday, so I say gotta get on it. It's today. And also we need to thank Sean the Book Maniac for creating this tag, which is freaking fantastic. It's a great idea. So let's get started. So I have my questions here. So the first one is, thanks a bunch, a book or books you first heard from Eric's channel or blog, or that you and he both love. So I'm going to talk about this one, Zadie Smith's Swing Time. Now this is one that I really enjoyed this one. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. This is the story of two little girls of color who grew up as best friends, and they both have a very big love for dance. Needless to say, one becomes famous and the other one doesn't. Be that as it may, the story takes us to Africa and New York and loads of different places. And Zadie Smith, as usual, makes an excellent critique on society and what we expect from certain people at different points in their lives. So it's a really interesting book. It brought more to me than I had expected. I thought it was going to be very okay, and in the end I thought it was pretty good. It was very interesting, and it went places I just had no idea it was going to go. It's a bit of a chunker, but it's worth the read. Okay, number 2 is looking forward, a book or books you want to read because of Eric's channel or blog. The one that I chose was Sebastian Barry, Days Without End. This one I picked up specifically because of Eric, because he did a video talking about this book and the way it was perceived. I think it was the way it was perceived in a video he did for talking about a review that someone had done. And I really find this one, it should be really interesting because it is LGBTQ book and it takes place in the US. As you can see that nice map there, and it takes place during the Civil War. So I'm a little intrigued by this one. He seemed to really enjoy it, and I'd heard a lot of people talk about this book, but I still haven't gotten to it. So it is on my TBR for this year. So Sebastian Barry. Okay, number 3, Table Turn, a book or books you recommend to Eric. Now, I recommend, again, Sugar Money to Eric because I think he did see my review of this book, I think. Or we talked about it on my channel. And I really do believe that you will enjoy this one, Eric. It's got Caribbean, slavery, escape, terrible British people, and pretty terrible brothers as well. So this, and it has a bit of French in it too, a little bit of French Creole written through the book as well. So I think, Eric, you'll enjoy this one. I think you should really check it out. Number 4 is ERIC KARL Anderson, a book by an author with 3 names. A book with an author that has 3 names is this one, Jam on the Vine, LaShonda Catrice Barnett. And this book, as you can tell from the cover page, you can see it's like print in the background. Because this book focuses on the African American press and how it got started a little bit. And this has also an LGBTQ theme slightly running through the book as well. But it's just a powerful read, and it's a luscious read because the writing is so fantastic. The way this woman writes about food, it's incredible. Just a really interesting literary fiction to read. And like I said, there's food and there's a lot of talk about the African American press. So if you're interested in that, and this is LaShonda Catrice Burnett's debut novel, if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It's really worth the read. Okay, let's see. Next we have Expatriate Love, a book by and or about an American living in the UK or vice versa. Okay, now I have this book here called Firefly by Maeve Binchy. Now, I know you're probably thinking, what? Dee Dee, you read Maeve Binchy? Look, I had a Maeve Binchy moment. Okay, so I've read a lot of her books, and I remember distinctly this one is called Firefly, and it's about a millionaire American. I can't exactly remember his name right now, but it's a millionaire American. And he goes to a small town in Ireland, and because that's where his family, his past generations of family are from. And he gets there, and then he wants to buy this ruin there, and stuff goes down. Okay, so this is an interesting story about how money, a rich American, and small town Ireland just do not make a good mix. It's oil and water, but it's a very interesting read. It's fast read because it's Maeve Binchy, but it's a good read. So I would suggest this one for Expatriate Love book. Meta, a book with a novelist writer as protagonist. This one, it took me a minute, and I came up with this one, which is Nowhere is a Place by Bernice L. McFadden. And this book is about a daughter and a mother who are on a road trip. And while they're on this road trip, the daughter is driving, and she has written a book about their family and the generations before them. And the thing that's really interesting is because during the trip, it's the mother that is reading the book at the same time. So I thought this was a really good pick for this one, because it took me a minute for this one, because I was like, I don't know. So I suggest this one. If you haven't read Nowhere is a Place, it's a fabulous read. It won't take you very long to read it either. It's just written in a way that you get completely submerged in the story and you cannot put it down. It's just that good. Lordy Lordy, a book about a 40-year-old and or a book published 40 years ago, i.e. in 1978. Okay, now, 1978, I thought of this book, which is John Irving's The World According to Garp. Everybody knows that. That's one of his most popular novels. It's a novel that made John Irving famous, and it's one of the first books by John Irving that I ever read, and I love dearly. So I would suggest everybody read this one. It's got everything. It's got a bit of crazy, a bit of sex, a bit of love, mother-son relationships, and just a lot of other craziness going on. And it's just a fun read. It's quite a chunker, and inside of that book is a book. So that is another part of the story that's kind of interesting, because I'm always amazed about how writers can write inside of their book another book from one of the characters in the book, and it's well done. Okay, next we have Handlebar None, a book by or about someone with a fabulous mustache and or beard. And I came up with this one, which is The Case of the Missing Servant, and that's by Tarquin Hall. As you can see, there is, the famous mustache there. If you have not started to read this series, definitely pick it up. It's a mystery, and it takes place in India, and the detective is called Vish Puri, and he has his mustache like this. And talk about a wonderful mystery to get into, because once you start reading these, you just want to keep reading them. They're really, really good. They're full of great descriptions of Indian food, gives you a little bit about Indian culture, but at the same time while you're trying to solve a mystery. Really, really good. Really good. Next we have Out Brief Candle, a book in which birthday figures in which a birthday figures prominently. Okay, I'm sorry, but that one I'm going to have to give a pass on because I don't know. I really don't. But lastly on the list, we have many happy returns. Tag some book buddies. Okay, I couldn't think of anyone to tag because I think a lot of people have been tagged already. I think one person that's been tagged, I don't think, is Adam from Memento Mori. And also another person I can tag is Bree Hill. If you guys haven't done it, hope you guys will be able to do this birthday tag for Eric. If not, I tag anybody else who wants to do it, and I invite everyone to go and check out Eric's channel. That's all I have for you today. Bye.